Hey there, if you're new here, welcome. Otherwise, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a 1978, I believe, Mopar 360 LA engine. It was sitting in a car that sat out in the field for about 20 years. Had no distributor in it, had an open carb, so hard to say what we're going to find inside, but let's get into it. You can see squirrels had made a whole bunch of mess underneath the hood. Just getting to these bolts is going to require digging to them. This is definitely a high mileage engine. Look at all that carbon buildup. It's going to be fun to see the backside of the valves on this one. Again, tons of carbon. Look at that. So probably lots of miles, maybe not very thorough on oil changes. Also looks somebody's been in here before, because we've got blue silicone, and that was definitely not used in 78 on these. We have a standard plumbing pipe nipple here, which again, not factory, and the EGR's been blocked off. None of this is a huge surprise. This is, a 1978, so almost 50-year-old engine. These are the worst hose clamps ever. I just hate these things. If that's any indicator, the amount of rust in the water jacket on this is going to be insane. I definitely wouldn't just try to put this back in something. This needs a hot tank at the very least. The best bet is to go where that cork gasket is. There's a pretty good size gap. Use something like this. Go between the iron of the block and the iron of the intake. Just a few acorns. Here's the intermediate shaft. It'd be hard to put a distributor in there. That's undoubtedly where all those shells came from. Now let's take off the valve train. I've definitely seen worse, but this is definitely bad. Next, I'm going to pull the head. There's enough carbon down around some of these bolts that I'm going to have to dig those out first. Well, I guess that one's tight. It's got fairly flat top pistons. They've got a little bit of a dish to them. Can't tell if that one's all the way at top dead center. So hard to say what the compression is. 78, it probably isn't too high. There's a pretty good ridge in all of these cylinders. This looks like a factory gasket to me. So I don't think anybody's been in, at least not on this side. Yeah, the end of the coolant looks kind of like chocolate milk, so there's definitely some rust in there. again, looks like a factory gasket. The surprise is none of these holes or those ones had water in them, and they don't have any rust. They definitely have some wear, so if you're going to rebuild it, you would definitely want to bore it out and get some larger pistons, but I don't think it's anything bad. A little bit of crud in there. It's missing 2 pulley bolts, which is really strange. I mean, where they were is all rusted, so they've obviously been out for quite some time. A 2-groove pulley, so power steering and just water pump, doesn't have air conditioning. This might actually work on my 360 Magnum build. Well, shit. Didn't think that through, did I? I thought this thing was drained. That can't be good. We still haven't gotten to oil yet. That is a lot of water. It's got a little bit of a greenish tinge, but I don't know if it's green or if it's brown. We found oil. Man, that is ugly. I can say with all honesty, I have never seen anything this nasty before. Now we can return to this timing cover. Just a little bit of deflection. It does not have nylon teeth. I don't know what years they use those at the factory, but typically I would expect an OEM one to have been nylon teeth because they're quieter. So this may be a replacement, though it may be factory. I don't know. The other reason I think this was not a factory timing set is there was no oil slinger here on the crank, and usually this bolt is hollow and it's got like a little piece of metal that sticks out that drips oil on to lubricate the timing set. None of these. And one of them, these are definitely cam retainer plate bolts, but this one is a mismatch. So that's been out of there before. I suspect somebody probably did a cam lifter and timing chain swap on this at some point in its history. No super obvious flat lobes. I just grabbed the harmonic balancer so I could turn the crankshaft, and I noticed it's been sleeved. So what happens, as these things get old, the seal on the front, it gets hard and it actually wears a groove into the harmonic balancer. So what they've done here is they got a sleeve, it's a repair sleeve, and it just slides right down over that and provides a new seal bearing surface, or a new seal surface, I guess. So you could reuse this, but it's also pretty cracked up in here. So it's not one that I would reuse. You'll notice that the crankshaft turns around pretty easily. That tells me that it's very unlikely that it has a seized bearing or a spun bearing. Once that's happened, the crank becomes a lot harder to turn just due to friction. So I think these are probably all fine. I might pop one of the caps off of a main and a rod just so we can take a look. The only other thing of note, that's how it was when I pulled that out of the truck. I didn't loosen those. That one's held on with 2 bolts, and it looks like it's the wrong bracket. Actually, I think that's a 318 bracket on a 360. And this one, it's got 2 bolts in it, neither of which are tight. This thing had to rattle like hell in there. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but boy, those are deep grooves. I mean, really deep. This thing ingested something and it just ate it. The journal, however, looks just fine. They definitely have a lot of wear on these as well, but not near as bad as that main. Focus. And again, the journal looks just fine. Here's a look at one of the heads. There's quite a bit of carbon in here, so it was probably burning some oil. But the thing to note is right there. That is a burnt exhaust valve. Let's just pull out a couple of random ones. Well, not random, I'm going to pull that one. But let's pull this intake as well, just so we can see what the back sides of these look like. Don't think that's a factory seal. Usually these are just umbrellas on the exhaust. Could be wrong. The fact it's still pliable, though, tells me it's probably been replaced. And there you go. That's what a burnt exhaust valve looks like. For the condition of this motor and these heads, this valve is, I mean, immaculately clean. Somebody's definitely been in here and had this apart. There's no way this would be this clean on this motor. These valve seats aren't near as bad as I was expecting. This is where that burnt one was. You can see it's done some damage here. But generally speaking, they're not in horrible shape. Well, there you have it. One 360 LA torn down. Thanks for watching.